I got a joke for all of you. How does an American measure how tall he is? He measures himself in Fahrenheit. Not a lot of laughs, tough crowd. I'll make you all crack soon. If you're wondering who's this comedic mastermind, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honored judges, esteemed officers, and my fellow cadets. My name is AC Brandon Janson from Cornell 768 Jet Ranger Air Cadet Squadron. Now, before I talk about my topic, I have to ask a quick question. What is a Canadian? Well, we all probably know what Canada is. Canada is a place where you take a sip of beer every time your favorite hockey team scores a goal, while kids get hypothermia playing in 5 feet of snow. But us Asians see it as another place to sell houses in. Tough crowd, I see. Now back to the topic. You would know immediately that someone's a Canadian by looking into these 3 traits: responsibility, pride, and courage. So sit tight, relax, and wipe off that maple syrup on your mouth for my take on a Canadian. First, let me explain to you how being a Canadian requires responsibility. Now, Canada itself can demonstrate it to you. We have a pretty terrible reputation with bad decisions made in the past, like how we treated the Aboriginal people badly and the Japanese like aliens. But instead of hiding it, we have educated the youth of this generation so that they can learn from our past mistakes. Either way, we still demonstrate responsibility through our everyday actions, our decisions as a society, and more. But of course, this doesn't really count for everything. I'm the last person you'll want to hire as a babysitter, because I'll probably leave your kid stranded inside of his room. I already have to take care of 3 important people in this entire world. Me, myself, and I. Secondly, let's talk about our pride. Canada is known for standing in support when our allies need it, and we don't mind much when our help isn't even written in some history books. We've never lost a war anyway. Back in World War II, Aboriginal peoples were discriminated when they applied for the Air Force because of their heritage. But instead of letting that put them down, they still pursued their dream, as they were proud to help other people as a Canadian. I have a friend down south that's jealous because of that. American. Did someone say something? When my family members from Asia asked about Canada here, my dad, my mom, my brothers, and I, we talked and talked and talked for hours about how great this place is. It wasn't ego-induced either. Talking about family, when my parents decided to move here, my dad had to earn enough funds so that we could have a house and such. So he went to Canada 1 year earlier than my mom and brother did. When they finally reunited, they loved it here so much that they decided to have me soon after. So you could say I was born off of Canadian pride. Lastly, let's talk about our courage. Canadian citizens never have been afraid to speak out against things that would otherwise ruin the economy, and we've never given up on our hopes and dreams. This courage can be a blessing, but also a curse. Trust me, my parents have had their share of people who have the guts to not use driving signals. We have had many heroes throughout our history. Let's take Secretary Fox, for example. He planned on running all the way across Canada to raise enough funds for research on cancer, but only managed to run half of it when the cancer spread to his lungs. He may have died from that, but his courage did not. This gave birth to the Terry Fox Fund, which raises money, but makes me sweat like a pig. I mean, it is Niagara Falls down here. Might as well call me a waterbender. This event is still great to be a part of course. Even today, Canadian legends are being born with ideas that'll help save the world in the future. This concludes my definition on a Canadian. A Canadian is responsible, prideful, and courageous. This is also why I'm proud to be a Canadian citizen, and I don't regret living my entire life here. Hopefully, this gave you a new perspective on Canada so that you can enjoy its rich culture even more. MC.